morning, everybody, and welcome to the 9. It's Friday, we made it, and we're having fun today. So much food, so many drinks. Starting with Icelandic Air. They're flying Detroit to Iceland direct. They've brought some food to get us inspired to travel. And we'll have a cocktail or two. Bessa is here with wine cocktails. Then Blake's joins us for some cider. We'll be refreshed. And Big E is back talking more Michigan Panthers football in the USFL. He's bringing Jersey Mike's with him. Oh yeah, and Mooch Pizza's here, throwing around some pizza dough. Oh baby, let's go. The 9 starts now.
Live from the Fox 2 studios, this is the 9.
All right, yes, indeed, it's the 9 on a Friday. Thanks for hanging out with us. We are excited to have you. We got a big, jam-packed show. I know I say that all the time, but it's true. It is very true today.
Very, very true.
I mean,
seriously.
running out of lines in the computer. Yeah.
I was trying to get that open written, and I'm like, I can't even mention everything. There's too much food, too many drinks, too many activities. It's gonna be an awesome show. Awesome show.
Maria Lou, Derek Kevra, I'm Dina Santafanti. Guys, today I was just looking at my Facebook feed real quick, and today is the last day of high school for my daughter, for my youngest.
Aww.
Already?
So happy last day. All these other moms have all these cute pictures.
Yeah.
You know, first day, last day, all that. I got nothing.
You'll get to it.
Well, I was here though, and she already went. You know, you got to take it
It'll
in the
be
morning.
ready when she gets home. Oh.
You got to capture her leaving in the morning for her last day of high school.
No, I think down the line, you just get a picture of her today.
Coming home like the last afternoon she
Yep.
came home from
Yep.
school?
It'll work.
Okay.
We'll just make it fit our narrative.
The first day, last day pictures, is that first day of high school or first day of kindergarten?
Like first day of kindergarten.
Last day of high school. That's
last
so
day of high
cute.
That's
school.
so awesome.
Yeah. I have been asking, I know many of you have too, about the forecast. And it occurred to me, there's all these apps, of course, there's the Fox 2 weather app. They give you a 14-day range.
Right.
So I'm like, how accurate is this? And Derek Kevra said, it's not. So when we ask about Memorial Day weekend, which is, now we're down to about, 8 days away, I guess, 7.
These long-range forecasts are pretty tough. Take it from me, guys.
Okay.
Somebody who said winter was over, and it wasn't over.
That's right.
These long-range forecasts can be
terrible.
pretty tricky. But it's funny because whenever a holiday pops up on the calendar, especially one like Memorial Day, which is the unofficial start of summer, and everybody is circling that weekend on the calendar, I've had a dozen people in the neighborhood stop me when I'm walking the dog asking me about Memorial Day. Here's the trick with long-range forecasts. Anything after 10 days, you want to look at the temperatures, not the rain. Temperatures, not the rain. So if you've got an app that shows temperatures in the 80s, those you can kind of look at and say,
That's pretty accurate.
I believe that.
Okay.
The rain, nobody knows anything 10 days out when it comes to the rain. It's just
How many
not gonna
days
happen.
out do we know if the rain's coming?
Realistically, like 5.
Okay.
And here's why. Because the United States, that weather system from the West Coast to the East Coast takes like 4 days to move across. So if it's 5 days or more, whatever storm is coming is like in Japan. It's way out in the Pacific Ocean. Hasn't even gone.
We're not worried about that.
You can't even, how are you going to know anything if it's not
Right.
even in the U.S. yet? So
It could
don't
rain
look at
in
the,
Japan on Memorial Day weekend.
Don't look at the rain. Look at the temperatures. That is true.
Very good.
All right.
So it's looking good.
Yeah,
It actually does look pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of that said, I don't think it's going to rain on Memorial Day weekend. I think it's going to be pretty dry. So we'll
Famous
see.
last words.
The guy who said winter was over.
Well, okay.
Hey, trending this morning, the art of interviewing, specifically aimed at college graduates. Advice being shared on Twitter by a Fox meteorologist in Washington, D.C. His name, Matthew Capucci. He's one of the hardest working guys that I know. The dude has like 6 jobs. I'm not kidding. His thread covers basic things like asking about matching 401k, social media policies, but then he offers advice to new graduates to push for the ability to work remotely. He says you want to start a bidding war between potential employers in order to maximize your salary. And he also says he advises people to find out how much your coworkers or future coworkers currently make. Use that information to determine your own worth. Now, the part of this that is sparking debate online, Matthew is only 25 years old.
Nice.
Gen Zers and baby boomers are responding to him, saying that they disagree with him and that the first jobs that you get should be about learning, establishing networks and mentorships, and not about nickel and diming your employers. It is a very interesting debate because I read everything that he wrote and I was like, yeah, I agree with it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's pretty good advice here. But I see the other side as well. I mean, I feel like a majority of people get out of school and you take that first job and you're not making a lot of money and you're not working the best hours, but you are gaining that experience that you can then build on later down in life.
Yeah, to graduates, which I have a graduate currently in my household and soon to be another college graduate next year, I always say to them, if you find an opportunity, go for it. Don't worry too much about the money. So maybe that's not the best advice. But to me, I mean, you've got zero experience. So
Right.
I don't know how much if you've got negotiating power, good. Yeah, use it. I don't know how much negotiating power graduates have for their first job.
Right.
But yeah, it is good advice to fight for yourself. No one else is going to fight for you.
Yeah.
So it's all situational, right?
Agreed. But the no one else is going to fight for you part that's one of the things that I also don't think that you learn until a little bit later in life, once you've had a few jobs, moved around to a few different places. So I think it's good advice. And I was looking at some of the comments, and like the boomers and Gen Z, it feels to me like I had to have it tough, so you have to have it tough too. And I get so tired of that. And I think about like paternity leave, men taking off work now to be able to spend time when their wives just have a baby. And you kind of got some of that same push, but well, why? The man should be at work. And it's like, no, you know better and you do better. Just because, well, I couldn't imagine my husband ever taking time off. Like, that's a terrible thing to pass down if the country's gotten to a point where they realize two people can be at home and bonding with the baby. Why wouldn't you want that? And I would apply most of that to what this kid said too.
I think overall the advice was pretty good. There was one point where he said a job interview a job can be like a relationship. If it's not bringing you what you want, you have to have the courage to walk away.
Yeah.
And somebody responded, hey, how's that working out for you? Because he's currently single. So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Kind of tough.
Yeah, it was.
Ooh.
I was like,
It
ouch.
came in hot.
Yeah.
Personal attacks.
Yeah, never be afraid to ask for more. The worst that somebody can say is no.
Yeah.
Right? New study shows that people are more likely to pay in cash when making purchases that are hard to justify. And the study was done by the University of Notre Dame. The reason people pay in cash is there's just no evidence, like a credit card bill, to remind you of maybe any guilty purchases you would rather forget. The top selections of purchases like this are an overpriced beer at the airport, junk food when you're on a diet, so you don't want to charge that, maybe you're paying cash for that, or a pack of cigarettes if you're trying to quit smoking.
Dang.
You
So
wanna
that's just
hide
like
the
about
evidence.
no receipts.
Right?
You don't want it to show up.
On that credit card statement, remind yourself that you paid for that.
Yeah.
I don't have cash ever, though. That's the thing. I'm not saying this is a bad idea or that I disagree with it. I just have not been smart enough
Never.
to hide my payments in this way.
It's funny because when I heard that story, I thought to myself, yeah, I kind of do that.
Yeah.
A little bit. I mean, I don't buy much. I'm whatever. But when I do that, I kind of pay in cash because it's harder to return it. When you've got your credit card and you want to return something, you don't even need the receipt. You
Right.
just show up, oh, I put it on this card, you swipe the card, they find it, they refund the money. But when you buy it in cash, you have to have the credit, it's this whole thing, and then you get change back, and nobody wants that. So, yeah, I get it.
So what are you buying in cash that you don't want to be able to return?
I recently bought a used golf club off my neighbor. Gave me cash for that. I'm like,
Well, yeah.
How much was that?
He's not
worth?
taking a credit card.
$100.
Is that a good price?
Yeah, it was a good price.
Because
It was a good golf club.
I'm like your neighbor. He shouldn't have just given it to you.
No.
Okay, it was worth that.
It was worth it.
Okay.
But yeah, I can't think of any
messed
other
up.
example than that.
Okay. Very good. Yes.
And you've probably seen those custom soda dispensers at restaurants all across the country. Well, soon you might be able to get your condiments in that way as well. Kraft Heinz is creating a new dipping sauce dispenser.
Gross.
Oh, okay. It's the Heinz Remix. So it offers more than 200 possible sauce combinations to make your own customized sauce. You first select a base of either ketchup, ranch, 57 sauce, barbecue sauce, you know, some of your faves. And then you can add enhancers to them like jalapeno or smoky chipotle, buffalo, maybe a little mango sauce. The company says that it plans to introduce this prototype at select restaurants later this year. Well, okay, I guess that's interesting. I do like the ketchup mayonnaise combo.
Interesting.
No?
This is game changing.
Yeah.
This is a fantastic product. How have we lived our lives without this?
Yeah, I don't
until
disagree.
now?
Well, because we've been doing it ourselves, mixing all the little sauces.
200 different combinations from
Yeah.
just pressing the screen?
Yes.
This
Smoky
is amazing.
Chipotle.
It is what you do wonder how they can make all that work in that little
Yeah.
machine.
Smoky Chipotle.
It's gonna
Somebody
go to-
got a raise for sure.
I mean,
It better
what
not
is
go
your
the way.
favorite? So Derek, I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
I know mayonnaise, but what top 3 condiments?
A garlic aioli, mayonnaise based,
Oh,
right?
that's a good one. I never
That
thought
is a
of
good
that
one.
one. Okay.
Chipotle aioli, mayonnaise based.
What?
And then if you and then like a fry sauce, which is mayonnaise and ketchup.
No, like okay, Elle, what are yours?
I
Top
would
3
say
condiments.
ketchup, mayonnaise, and if I could go garlic aioli, can I do that too?
I don't know.
Those are my 3. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't like mustard. I don't like relish. So what else is there for me? I don't like barbecue
Horseradish.
sauce. Maybe the
Teriyaki?
nope.
Ginger sesame.
No.
We said that last night.
What would I put that on?
Tartar sauce?
Tartar sauce.
Ooh, love it. Well, yes, I do get extra tartar sauce and extra cheese on my filet o fish.
You know what's a great one? That Chick-fil-A sauce.
Polynesian.
Is that what that is?
I don't know if they are still calling it that. I hope.
They sell it at Kroger now
changed
in a
it.
bottle. It's so good.
Yeah. Maybe they call
Arby's
it sweet
sauce?
and sour.
That Arby's like a horsey sauce, right?
No, the red one.
Oh.
Yeah, that one's not bad.
I do love I love
Don't
mustard.
you say? Oh.
Yuck.
Why?
I don't
Like
know.
a Dijon or like a
All
like
of
a
it.
French's?
Spicy, a coarse, spicy mustard.
Ugh.
Or a honey mustard.
Terrible.
So wait, you're not
I could
talking
do a honey
about out of
mustard.
the yellow squeeze bottle mustard?
I think she is.
I don't mind that either.
Oh,
Yuck.
jeez.
That's
What do you-
terrible.
What do you put mustard on?
I do like mayonnaise
I
too.
can't think of a thing.
I
course you
think I'm mustard, mayonnaise, and ketchup.
Boom.
My
That's
top
fine.
3.
Nothing wrong with that.
I do love a garlic aioli, but that's a different category
It is?
of
I
condiments.
thought in that machine, it feels like it's a press of a button.
Well, yeah, that machine is next level.
Magic.
Tell us what you're thinking this morning on a Friday morning. What are you up to this weekend? #the9.